Oh, please tell me someone else is joining this.
It's not the end of the world for it to be just 3 of us. It just kind of goes quicker, I guess. It'll be like a 40-minute podcast instead of a 50-minute.
Yeah. Also, I did not watch iRacing because I was big sleep.
I didn't watch iRacing because I was studying for a chem test.
I didn't watch iRacing because I could give 2 fucks about iRacing.
That's fair. Yeah. Jerry, you're sideways.
Oh.
that was funny. All right, now we're linking this in the Amino because we are not bitches. Fuck it, I'm gonna link it to the Amino Discord too because why the fuck not?
Fuck Discord.
Fuck you, asshole. Asshole.
Damn. Why are you defending Discord? You fucking tard.
Because Discord is fun.
It's kind of gay.
It was gay for Michigan. It was gay while we were recording Michigan, that's for sure.
They're showing Talladega Nights again? Damn.
M1CS1. Why did I put M1CS1 for the podcast?
Because you're a fucking idiot. Maybe that's why.
Fuck you, asshole.
Asshole. Asshole.
Alright, let's put it in.
What the fuck are you doing, Jared?
Shadowboxing, dude.
Why?
I don't know.
But we're champion heavyweight wrestler right there, Jared Holmes.
Product placement. Thank you, Mountain Dew.
Fuck yeah. Hold up. Now I'm getting mine. I'm gonna go get mine.
Thank you, Mountain Dew, for giving us a nice little sponsor today.
Zach, if you don't have a Mountain Dew Baja Blast, then you're an asshole. Asshole.
Here's my product placement. We have Propel here. Propel is so damn good that I drunk this bottle
Propel.
already.
I'm gonna go get a Baja Blast.
Fuck you, Biggie. Oof. That is even completely drunk. It's still good.
Gosh, I don't know how to all these shits on my face.
You're fine. I can only see like one of them. Asshole. All right, let's hit the live chat. I got this bottle already.
I won't be able to see the chat, so you had to keep up with it. I don't feel like going upstairs and get my other phone, to be honest.
All right, I got the chat up right now, so we're all good.
Carter normally does that for us, but he's dead, I suppose.
Yeah. We have 7 people already before we even start. That's awesome.
Yeah, y'all definitely will want to tune in next week. Gonna be probably our biggest episode yet. Probably the most controversial.
For sure. All right.
How is it the most controversial?
It's the top 25 or top 30, whatever happened.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Most popular job.
Get this. There we go.
Unpopular opinion, Mountain Dew is a piece of shit.
You're a piece of shit.
Okay. Do you have any news you want to share with me?
Come on, Zach.
Oh, you want to go? You want to go? I'll go right
Tempers
now.
are flaring in the podcast.
A punch, a swing.
All right, it's 8:30 now. All right. Alex Bowman is not trash, you piece of crap. Anyway, welcome y'all to the NASCAR Amino podcast. I'm joined today by Caleb Marinelli.
A-Rock champion, Caleb Marinelli.
Shut up. Jared Holmes.
What's up, guys?
And
Mountain Dew
apparently
Baja Blast.
that's it. We will be thoroughly destroying Caleb's A-Rock Championship today, among doing other things. We're hoping that Carter will actually join us. We're not sure about that. But anyway, so before we get into it, does anyone want to make an announcement?
Yes, I do. This time in 1 week, we will be announcing the most popular driver on NASCAR Amino voted on by you. So if you've not voted on the format, send me a PM and I'll get the form out to you.
Caleb, you got anything? Nice.
Nah, nothing right now. Yesterday was already a big day for me. I don't think anything needs to be said.
Undeserving.
Oh, shut the hell up.
Deserving.
Want to thank Baja Blast. They're not sponsoring us, but just for existing.
True. Thank you, Baja Blast, for existing.
Fuck Baja Blast. Pocono MLNCS Pocono we will have an off week for the MLNCS this week because I am not even started on Pocono, and I'm waiting I'm waiting a few more days to see how many people do the Star Challenge. Plus, qualifying closes on Wednesday because of the format. So this week's going to be an off week for MLNCS. All right.
We also had the Play-Doh tournament on Tuesday.
Yes. That's definitely
Forgot
remember
about that.
Definitely gonna want to tune into that. We gotta find a way to stream that. That's gonna be stream it and commentate it. That will be epic.
Yes, it will. We'll find a way. When there's a will, there's a way.
Oh yeah. All right. Hey chat. If you could spam Carter Jones until he gets in the podcast, that would be nice. Anyway, we're gonna.
Hello.
All right, so we're gonna not have Jared for a bit. So while he's away, we're gonna talk about the one race this weekend that Caleb did not win, and that is the 80 LMS exhibition race at Knoxville. This race was won by. What are you guys doing spamming Carter Jones in this chat? He's not here. Spam his Amino or his Discord or anything else but this. He's not here. But anyway, the race, the first heat was, I forgot who won all the heats. I forgot who won the B main. The only thing I remember.
I think Greg won the pole. I remember that. So I think he won the first heat.
Yeah, the first heat I think was the best of the 4 heats.
Oh yeah.
And then the race overall was won by Dylan Jones. Yeah, the first heat is definitely, I think, the most exciting. It was like there was constant lead changing. It seemed like all the cars were the most even in that one.
Yeah, it was some good racing. You know, I'm really excited for the start of the series, and you know, a few times I didn't even think about it, like, oh, this ain't even a points paying race, but you know, it's still pretty cool the way we got all the heats and stuff in preparation for the actual A main itself. Something we haven't really seen from a series on the Amino, and I think Fireball's going to do a pretty good job with it. And hopefully next time I'm on the racetrack, I don't nearly kill Tanner.
True, that would be a good thing. Bear with me. I gotta sneeze. Maybe not. Ooh. Yeah. The promo series was pretty neat with all the heat. Sorry about that, guys. I thought I had to sneeze. Guess not. Heat 4 was probably the best. And the A-Main was a very exciting battle between a bunch of drivers. Pretty cool to see Dylan Jones coming out of nowhere and get his first Misc League win. Congrats to him. All overall, pretty good starting race for Fireball. Exciting to see how the series goes on in the next few weeks. Definitely something to look forward to.
For sure. I wish there was a little bit more like slipping and sliding and cars going all over the place, more like an actual dirt race. But it's NR2003. The car is going to race like it's on pavement. Bless you, Jared.
Oh, I finally got it.
Nice. I wish it.
Oh fuck.
Oh no. All right. So yeah, I wish there was more slipping and sliding, but that's not much you can really do with that. It was fun. There was a lot of passing, a lot of 3 wide action. I loved how evenly matched all the cars in the A main were. It was like every single car that got into the A main could win. That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Especially like Ravid starting like last in the A main, and within like within 5 laps he was in the top 5. It was awesome. Yeah, it was nice to see Dylan Jones. And Fireball's probably not. I don't think Fireball's here, but I think like the one thing that he could improve on with that race was he kind of like he kind of felt like rushed. And not like rushed like he did a sloppy job of editing. Well, I mean, but he didn't give himself enough time to do anything. He would be commenting. He would like, oh shit, commercial break.
That's one gripe I have too. Not to sound like an asshole, but give it more time. Spread it out a little bit more. I know heats are meant to be fast, and I'm not talking about the lap times or nothing, but like. It was like, as soon as the commercial done, he's going back green. And it was just a little hard to follow everything that was going on.
Yeah,
but
it was
other than that, awesome race.
Definitely. All right. Since Caleb is not here, this is a very opportune moment to pick on his A-Rock win at Talladega. So...
I do have a huge complaint with A-Rock. And that is, I did not win the championship. But other than that, fantastic job all around by Carter this season. Finally got some of his credibility back after a failed attempt at.
Caleb's not going to be back for a bit.
For a series that we do not name. But all of it was special. Obviously, my favorite moment of the season was Watkins Glen. Biased, but just finally felt so good to get that win. And onto the championship race. It was a pretty good race, other than me going high every time I took the lead. But congrats to Caleb. He deserves it. And excited to see what happens in A-Rock Season 2. Glad to be in the booth.
Yeah, yeah, you're going to have fun in the booth, Jared. Especially, I don't know if Carter's going to still do the driver spotlights, because I think he can only do like 4 in season 2.
Windows 6 new Windows 6.
Yeah, it's like 1 or 2 per race, because there's only 5 new drivers. But yeah, I love what he did for the final race with the pit reporters. That's honestly, now I have an idea for the MLCS championship race.
Hell yeah!
Stay tuned for that. By the way, it's a couple months off, but it's going to be the most amazing thing you've ever seen. The MLCS finale.
I'm excited for
it. Yeah, I was definitely rooting for either me to win that or you to win that, Jared. Like I badly wanted to win it, but I figured if anyone else would win it, I'd want it to be Jared. But yeah, it was a pretty decent race. I love how he worked the I love how he worked the sabotage story into the lap traffic just being idiotic.
Oh yeah, same. That was excellent storytelling by Carter and Bacon. And which I want to say something to Bacon. Excellent job in the booth. I don't know if you're here with us.
He is, I think.
Nelson and Kylie Greeter. Very great on your pit reporting jobs. It was just an excellent job done by all
I'm back,
4
guys.
people. We're talking about your A-Rock race.
You know, the one you shouldn't have won.
Shouldn't have won?
Yeah.
Correct.
Damn.
If Gavin would have pushed me with 2 to go, I would have won that race.
Sucks to suck.
How do you feel about the race, Caleb?
You know, it was fun to watch. You know, I was thinking there were going to be more big wrecks, but when you have a 12-car field, you're not going to have too much happen. But, you know, it was still really exciting to watch. You know, cars were always close to each other. Obviously, the lap cars caused a bit of frustration and confusion and everything. And damn, we gotta acknowledge Tanner. Like, that is the most heartbreaking end I've seen to a season right there. That's something I thought about. Like, God damn, he was like right up there in points after Watkins Glen, then it just fell off.
Oh, that was so mean.
If I never got wrecked at Chicagoland, we would be talking about a different champion.
Maybe. You'll get yours, Jared. Hopefully.
Not an A-Rod.
Honestly, at this point, you're starting to look more like a favorite for the MLNCS championship because you're the only one.
Yeah,
because aside
kinda.
from Tanner, you're the only one in the last 4 weeks that's demonstrated anything resembling consistency.
True.
Hey, look
Oh,
who it is.
speaking of A-Rock,
That's odd.
We're not live yet, are we?
yes, we are.
Yeah, we are live right now.
Okay.
We're talking about
Howdy.
A-Rock, in fact.
Yeah,
All right.
what's your opinion on the race, A-Rock
There's nothing
director?
There's nothing left to spoil, so just spill everything out.
So, I'm reading right now. Hold on.
Fat ass.
My tea. I can't reach it. Okay, barely got it. Okay.
He got his piece too.
Brisk tea, but close enough. So, that A-Rock race was one of the most frustrating races I've had to simulate on NR2003. I messed with the package so much. With the track INI file, I had something set up that was pretty good, and then I messed with it more than I should have. I didn't have the original version, so I was like, oh, this kind of sucks now, doesn't it? So had to work with what I had. I tried everything to get it back to where it was, and I couldn't get it. So, I mean, the racing was still good in my opinion, but I feel like it could have been better, because I know it was better at one point. And I think the whole plot line I got to formulate with Brandon Allen, Justin Ricci, and Sammy Fulmer trying to sabotage the field was pretty great as well. I wouldn't say it was necessarily the most exciting finale race, but I'm happy with the fact that at least had a plot line.
Carter,
Yeah?
the world needs to know, who are they trying to make win?
The two candidates I wanted to win the most were Jared and JD. But it ended up being
Those
Caleb.
See? Even the A-Rock director didn't want you to win. Undeserving.
Undeserving.
Wait. This is a pork loin stuffed with cream cheese and jalapenos. I'm
Woo!
gonna die again.
That sounds nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think we said everything we can about the A-Rock race.
Yeah.
All right, which leaves the final race of this weekend. A race that Caleb was arguably more deserving to win.
Oh, yeah.
The MLNCS Chicago races. Rip who just lost Jared. I won't even say anything because it's my race.
Did you say Chicagoland?
Michigan.
Michigan.
Mother
We don't talk about Chicagoland. Damn it.
Yeah, it broke your heart. Caleb Marinelli wins in Chicago.
Someday.
Maybe. All right, go. Michigan.
What else can we say about that race? We went from, not gonna lie, a more boring MLNCS race to probably the most exciting race of the season. Like, that was absolutely epic. Every minute of that race was exciting. We had guys there like Marcus Wong in his first race. we had Sammy up there for no reason. I don't know how that became a thing. And then obviously Ravid. Like the battle between me and Ravid is some of the most epic racing I've ever seen. And considering what happened like just an hour or two earlier, now the fact that we're both the only 2 Misc League champions, it's pretty awesome. Like that's just an epic storyline right there. Like at that point, I didn't even care if I won that race or not. That was just fun to watch, and it was just awesome, you know. And we don't talk about last week, but you know, that probably shut a few people up. Let's just say that. But that was absolutely amazing to watch.
Sorry about that, Mark. Setup fail.
Rip.
Alright, we're talking about M1CS, alright.
Yeah.
It was amazing. What a fucking battle between, 7 drivers in the last, after the pit stops. Just amazing. Really amazing from start to finish. The only problem I had was my commentary fucked up. And that was my stupid piece of shit phone's fault. But I promise you all, when we head to Bristol, it would be the greatest commentary job you ever heard.
Better be.
It was a really good commentary job, though, nonetheless, even though it was cutting out a lot.
Yeah.
My thoughts on the MLNCS race. It was a pretty freaking race. It was a freaking race, guys.
It was a pretty freaking race. I mean, what else can you say?
Yeah. Oh god. Not my A game. I actually binged like 10 or 11 MLNCS races in a row earlier today, so I'm not on my brain's kind of shot right now.
Didn't you do it at 2 times speed?
It started at 2 times speed and then it lowered to 1.5. So
I was gonna say, no wonder you weren't feeling well earlier. God damn.
But yeah. The race was really good though. We had new guys. Marcus Wong somehow up there, but he did really well in the race. Props to him, even though it's a simulator. But still, had Sammy Fulmer, Caleb Marinelli, Ravid Dagan, so many names. Bacon Thief was up there. It was such a good battle between so many drivers that pay attention to the series and want to be more in contention, I guess. Like Caleb's finally starting to come to his own a lot better than a lot of other drivers can say. Ravid was competitive again. It was a good race. So much passing, so much lead changes. And also, I did my first flip, boys.
Yeah. Freaking Sidney Allen flipped you.
Zach, don't I have the best average finish in the last 4 races?
I believe
that's Caleb.
No, Caleb's last 3 finishes are 35th, 1st, 11th, 1st. Yours are 13th, 5th, 6th, 11th. So I think your average finish is just a little bit better than his.
Yes. Moving up in the world. Need to keep that consistency going into Pocono.
Probably not.
Probably because everyone fricked up on the Star Challenge. Oh, by the way, late announcement. You can't use Hell mode on the Star Challenge.
Yeah, JD!
Yeah.
JD effing Bregler, what were you thinking?
Wait, JD did it? Oh my.
So JD, Ryan
Seabass.
Gregory, Seabass,
And
Brandon Allen.
Brandon Allen did it. There was one other guy too, I think.
No, that was
No,
just
I
those
thought
4 idiots.
Was it? I swear there was a 5th guy. I'm checking.
Well, I'm gonna have to carry race gaze now.
Rip.
I'm going to carry Hose Mad like I have been the last few
No,
weeks.
you're
Everyone
not.
else-
They're carrying you.
Oh!
Oh, no.
Not again.
Someone clip that.
That was beautiful. Director's cut into Michigan. That race was recorded first take, if you can believe it.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh my god.
That's nice.
I did run a few test races at Michigan, but that was the first recorded take. And yeah, the test races at Michigan were all like absolutely insane. That was the first semi-clean one I got. Was the actual race.
Yeah, we've had enough insane races for a while.
That is like the Michigan Cup race that we're never gonna actually see.
Yeah,
Right there.
That's what
2014
Michigan.
wasn't too bad.
That's what Michigan should be. It's like a.
It really should be like that. Yeah.
Now I wonder. Now I'm hoping I got people excited for Pocono because now they're like, oh hey, Michigan was so much better than I thought it was gonna be.
I'm sorry, you'll never get me excited for anything related to Pocono.
It's gonna be a shit show. That's my guess.
I hope I
Yeah,
win because I got a 6. Do I have a 6-star? I know Bacon Thief also has a 6-star.
I hope you flip again.
There's 3 6-stars at Pocono. You, Fireball, and Bacon Thief.
Okay. All right. Oh, that'll be really interesting. That'll be really interesting.
That will be fun.
I don't like that.
But I have to decide if I want to use Pocono 2011 or Pocono 2012. Because Pocono 2011
2012.
is kind of like is like Michigan light, like that, like the MLCS Michigan. It's not the best. They don't ever go 3 wide, but they don't really crash. Or Pocono 2012, which is a shit show.
We don't need no shit show.
No, they stay clean. I've actually found a way to keep them mostly clean, but yeah, I have to decide about that. All right,
Jonesfeld time?
Jonesfeld.
All right.
Carter, you're reading.
I'm reading.
Full disclaimer. I think none of us have actually read it yet.
I have not read it yet because I saved it specifically for the podcast.
All right, guys. Are you guys reading along?
No.
No, we're just listening to your sexy voice.
You can show us the pictures, though, Carter. Make sure you show us the pictures.
All right. Select and count. Uh-oh. Hopefully my new... Okay, we're on. All right, so here we go. Jonesfeld episode 4. The Roll. Still loading. There we go. Look at that. Parental advisory, explicit content. All right. Jonesfeld The Roll is adapted from Seinfeld's The Rye and The Gymnast. Here we go. Oh, we're not going yet. This episode is best read on an iPhone, blah, blah, blah. In these uncertain times, happiness is becoming less and less of a given. Doesn't matter who you are, you're being affected somehow. Long story short, enjoy this episode, and he hopes the wait was worth it. If this episode is outdated by the time CGR picked a new driver for the 42, just imagine that Jared stole a time machine and teleported back to April 14th, 2020. Cut to Brandon Allen's office at Cut to Brandon Allen's office at N29. Caleb is still an intern and Natalie's on payroll. Brandon is the supervisor to Caleb. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Started off great. Caleb, I need you to proofread this report for my meeting with the M30 people. What meeting? I told you N29's trying to fucking acquire N30. We've both run out of money funding stupid projects. Oh, says Caleb. Right, wait. Raven says something.
Oh.
Write something down with Brandon's big ass crayon.
Yes.
Brandon takes the paper. Why the fuck are you using my big ass crayon? Caleb. I'm part colorblind. Brandon cuts him off. It writes too big. Under no circumstances is this big ass crayon to be used in this office, or else nuts will be ripped off. All fucking right. I'll use this code brown colored Sharpie, Mr. Allen. All right, now this is where it gets even better. All right. Jared enters. Caleb.
Yes.
Caleb says, "Come in." Jared says, "Did you print out the poster for the Ho Sim?" Caleb says, right there, yeah. Jared holds poster in air. Yeah, that's Wow. Caleb says, Jared, can you do this at home? I've got work to do, okay? Brandon's like, Caleb, did I hear? And then Brandon sees Jared holding the poster about the Ho Sim. Brandon says, oh, this is very arousing. And that poster is this.
Oh my god.
Please buy it.
Oh my
Jared
goodness.
sent a picture. Yeah, it's a poster for the Ho Simulator that Miss Decker is working on. I printed it out here because the printers you got here are as big as Miles Luke. Oh, that's good. All right, Brandon says, yes, but why are there hentai girls in the background?
Don't ask questions.
Oh,
Right.
I know who did that.
Jared said, well, it's to entice the virgin public. Brandon says, oh, yes, very, very arousing. All right. Cut to Jared in the fields of Hewlett. Natalie enters. This is a beautiful picture.
That-
JD.
Just know I got this pulled up too, so I'm kind of going along with it. That's such a great picture.
Oh. Natalie says, Jared, I have to tell you something. Jared says, give me some fucking sugar first, bitch. They unconventionally make out. Natalie says, well, you know how I don't have parents, right? Oh. Jared said, you don't have parents? Natalie says, I had to change my name. Witness Protection Program. My parents invested in DC Solar. Now they're in Oh, God. Jared says, don't know no Alcatraz. My dude got me some alcohol. Here, babe, take a sip. Jared hands his Bud Light to Natalie. She shrugs it off. Listen, long story short, but I just got adopted. Oh, God. Oh, this is
Oh my god.
really juicy.
Yes.
Holy shit, baby.
I see the next picture.
Who are your new parents? A limousine pulls out from out of nowhere. Out pops.
Tony Stewart.
Oh God, this is really good.
Did he use the freaking South Park version of Tony Stewart?
Yes. Tony Stewart to Natalie, confused. This is your boyfriend? Jared says, holy shit, it's Tony fucking Stewart.
Oh my god.
Natalie says, meet my dad, Mr. Tony Stewart.
Jared shows on Tony lovingly.
Jared says, Tony, woo! Natalie says, or Natalie, unheard because Jared is yelling so loud. This also makes me Natalie Stewart. And Jared says, I freaking love you, Tony. I can't wait for you to see my bat, my Hosim, my mini Tony statue. Natalie just shouts, Jared! Jared calms down and pays attention to Natalie. Natalie says, Tony recommended me to a cup team. I got the job. Jared says, no, you're lying. Natalie says, nope, I'm going to be the new driver of the Chip Ganassi Racing 40 car. Jared passes out. Cut to okay. Now we're cutting to Tannerette's parents' house. All right. Listen.
Oh.
Tristan is dating her. They found each other from dating Amino.
Oh no!
Which is just NASCAR Amino.
The last relationship didn't stand. There's a picture.
Oh my god.
All right, Tannerette. Oh, Tristan, it is so nice to finally meet you. I'm sorry I couldn't meet you sooner with the situation with my parents. Tristan says, oh, no, not at all. No, I've always felt that the most important thing in the world is spending time with family. Tannerette says, oh, are you and your family close? Tristan hesitating and lying. Very close, yes. Almost painfully close. Phone rings. Tannerette. Oh, would you mind if I take this? It's from my dumbass father. Tristan. Mind? Why would I mind? I would love to wait. Thinking to himself, holy shit, she's perfect. She hates her parents. I hate my parents. 2 + 2 = motherfucking 4. Tristan walks to the kitchen. Tristan opens the trash can, sees a half-drinking monster. After looking around to make sure no one is watching, he picks up that monster and takes a sip. Tannerette enters the kitchen. Tannerette disgusted. Mother of God. Tristan spit takes monster. Tannerette! Cut to Caleb's office. Brandon is sitting down looking at the poster. Caleb enters. Brandon says, oh boy. Caleb says, Mr. Allen, why the fuck is this stupid poster still here? Brandon says, I bought it from that guy. Straight 20. Caleb says, well, $20 is the most Jared's made in a while.
I'm not wrong.
Caleb's office phone.
You're not wrong.
All right, Caleb answers the phone. Hello? Oh, yeah. Okay, fine. He'll be right down. And then he talks to Brandon. Car's here to pick you up and take you to the meeting. Brandon's still staring at the poster. Meeting? Caleb says, yeah, the N2930 merger. Brandon says, why don't you go for me? How can I go? Well, all they're going to do is read some fucking script. Caleb says, Mr. Allen, I don't think that is such a good idea. Brandon says, oh, damn, this hentai character. Right. Cut to Carter's apartment. Tristan enters. Here we go. Tristan says, hey, Carter, listen. I need you to come downstairs. Help me get my stuff out of the car. What stuff? I just came from Market Asket. I'm loaded up, baby. Cut to outside. Tristan and Carter walk to Tristan's car outside. Tristan opens up the trunk. It looks like groceries, I think, or something.
Toilet paper, I see.
And bleach. And bleach.
Give me that toilet paper.
All right. Carter's like, all right, what are you, out of your mind? Look at this. First you drink an already contaminated monster. Now you buy this? You'll never be able to finish all this stuff. Of course I will. That fucking disco fever virus is coming. And obviously you have the better apartment, so I'm staying here for 2 weeks if it comes. Plus this is all in the food pyramid. This is all in the food pyramid. Carter says, 5 Pepto-Bismols, 30 packs of Smithfield. A pyramid scheme is more believable than you eating this hunk of shit. Tristan says, sauteed meats are a delicacy in times of need, Carter. I'm like, 48 packs of Kraft American singles, a gallon of Monster, 40 pounds of Clorox. Tristan says, $31.50. You can't beat that. Either for sanitation or death. Multi-purposeful. I say, what the hell is this? A DIY cremation kit? Tristan says, yeah, I don't go well with mass hysteria. I say, damn right you don't go well with mass hysteria. All right, so now we're going to cut to Tristan walking down hall, arms loaded with groceries. Pow, back straight away. He trips and the groceries fall. Jared comes around the corner.
Oh, God.
Casualty. Jared's like, not helping Tristan. Hey, Tristan. Cut to a couple seconds later. Jared enters Carter's apartment. Wait a minute. All right, Jared's like, yo, bitch, I need you to take care of my prototype of the host sim for a few days. I'm like, what? Jared's like, she gets angsty when she isn't monitored. You could even charge rentals on it. Carter's like, let me get this straight. Your host sim is now a robotic prostitute. Jared says, that's neither here nor there. Catch, I need to go to CGR headquarters. All right, Jared throws the keys of the host sim to Carter. Jared leaves and runs down the hall and gets into Tony's limo. Nice eye, Jared.
I had eyelash and now I'm trying to get out.
Carter says, well, isn't this just great? All right, now we cut to Caleb in the merger meeting with N30 executives.
Oh my god, those are the executives. Engel McCringleberry and Malik Vega.
And Engel McCringleberry. Whoops. There we go. All right, McCringleberry says, our shareholders have given basic approval for the merger, including the stock swap. Oh, I can't believe this. This is so funny. Vega hands the contract over. And if you'll just give this to Mr. Allen, we expect to be in production by 2023 because we really slack here. Caleb says, all right, what's the name of the new company going to be? Vega says, N29.5 Capital Partners Manufacturing and Hose LLC. Caleb makes a face. N29.5 Capital Partners Manufacturing and Hose LLC? McCringleberry says, yes, the median of 30 and 29 is 29.5. Caleb says, yeah, I know, but N29.5 Capital Partners Manufacturing and Hose LLC. I wouldn't remember anything called N29.5 Capital Partners Manufacturing and Hose LLC. McCringleberry says, but it was Mr. Allen's idea. Caleb taking it back. Oh, well, what's in the name? I mean, Capital Partners Manufacturing and Hose are still Capital Partners Manufacturing and Hose, right? McCringleberry to Vega says, we've got to do something about that name. All right, now we cut to inside Carter's long-ass Chevy Silverado. Carter's driver's seat in the Hose Sim is riding shotgun.
Oh my god.
Oh god. Oh god.
Oh, no.
Man, this is great. Okay, me trying desperately to start a conversation. So, how about that Jared, huh? Hose Sim. Beep boop. Oh yes, very, very voluptuous, very. Me uncomfortable and interrupting. Yeah. Do you know how to cook? Beep boop. Master Daddy Jared did program with me with cooking, cleaning, and piggyback rides. Interesting. Do you know Alexa? I booping hate her. Very bad home wrecker. Yes, very bad.
Oh no.
Very, very bad. All right. Cut to Jared.
Oh no.
In Chip Ganassi's office. They're negotiating his contract.
Oh no.
I need to sit before this one.
Oh my god, that picture is.
Oh god, Chip.
God damn.
Tim Yeager is chilling in the bottom. All right, Chip. So since Larson became a race.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, can we say that?
Yeah,
Oh my god, that just got thrown into the
That is
podcast.
gonna get thrown to the podcast.
Since Larson became a racist and drove out all of our sponsors, we needed someone with a really good partner. I hate to say that we contacted someone else before you, Nat, but when we went to the driver Spencer Boyd's house, it seems as if it was blown the fuck off. He was unavailable, and then Tony recommended you. Oh, Tony, you god. Jared uninterested. So your dumbass name is actually Floyd.
Oh no! This next point.
Chip says, yes, but some people call me Nate. Jared says,
Oh no!
why ain't it Nate Ganassi Racing? Oh my god. Shit. Wait, hold on. Because NGR sounds like something Larson would say. That is the joke. Joke of the year.
Oh shit.
Oh my god. All right. Natalie says, so how much would my contract be? Chip says, well, considering what DGR Crossley paid in damages last year, how does minimum wage sound? Jared overly excited. We'll take it. Chip says, all right, I'll get some guys to do a press release and we'll get some designers for the scheme. Also, you won't be driving the 42 because the media deemed it a racist number. All right, now we're gonna cut to Carter's apartment. Carter is listening to Tristan on the phone. The host sim is fucking around doing robot comedy.
Comedy bullshit.
Oh god.
I'm gonna, oh my fuck.
Tristan on the phone. Tristan's on the phone. No, Tannerette, it was not in the garage. It was above the can, hovering like an angel. The same angel that saved Truex's career. Listen, can I tell you something else? Lying. In my family, we used to eat out of the fucking garbage all the time. Carter makes a face. It was no big thing. That's right. Really? You would leave like that? Okay, bye-bye. Hangs up the phone. Speaks to Carter. I'm back in, Briss. Carter says, comeback of the century. Person says, yes, comeback of the century. I said, you were really down 28-3. Tristan says, isn't that a Patriots reference? I said, shit, I've been listening to Jared talk about the Patriots too much. Tristan, the thing is, she wants to meet my parents. I say, aren't they fucking nutcases? Tristan nods. You're fucked. Tristan nods. Well, maybe get her a necklace or something, just in case. Tristan, a necklace? You truly know nothing about women. I say, well, I do know how to tune a robot. Tristan says, well, that's great. I better go and get Tannerette something before that host and just laser beams off your clothes. Tristan, excuse me, Tristan exits and Caleb Marinelli enters. I'm like, what's up with you? Caleb said, I think that I may have single-handedly put N29 and N30 out of business and Natalie Stewart out of a sponsor. I'm like, oh yeah? Caleb says, yeah, starting a big-name controversy, a real World War III. N29.5 Capital Partners Manufacturing and HoseMed LLC, my ass. I'm like, well, it could be worse. It could be kind of worse.
No.
Cut to Tristan and his parents getting ready in their house. All right. Trisket with his parents in the disco and Biscuit. All right. Nabisco. Am I saying Nabisco? It's Nabisco, right?
Yes.
Tristy Poo, can you zip me up? Yeah. Tristan. Yeah, 1 second. Nabisco panicking. Well, come on! Tristan getting frustrated. All right. Let's not get into panic mode. Let's not make a big deal out of this thing or we're never going to get through this night. Nabisco says, well, I'm meeting your potential in-laws. I think I should look nice. Tristan says, my potential in-laws? You fully know that I won't be dating her in the next episode.
Fourth wall breaker.
Biscuit says, what's the fucking matter with the pocket placement? I've hardly worn it. Nabisco says, it's too off-center. They also have less pockets now. Biscuit says, how are you to know what pocket guidelines and certifications are imposed? Nabisco says, go to any office building on up on Edwards Avenue and tell me if there's anyone there wearing a thin tie like that. Go ahead. Biscuit says, oh, get the hell out of here, Edwards Avenue. Nabisco says, Tristan, do you think he should have a pocket that off-center like that? Tristan says, I think his pocket should be centered to whatever the hell he wants. Biscuit says to Nabisco, don't you understand that in my kindergarten class for Thanksgiving, we had to present to the class what we were thankful for? I was beside myself when others chose their parents and shit. Fucking suck-ups they were. On behalf of my brothers, I chose pockets! Soon after, my parents disowned me, and I was left for dead until I went to the army to fight in Nam.
Oh my god.
No.
Trisket says, Dad, you weren't in Nam. You were in a Burger King when a bunch of K-pop stands went in. Biscuit says, whatever they were, I regave the same pocket speech among the dead bodies. Pockets. Then Biscuit says, we gotta stop off and pick up a roll of toilet paper from Target. Biscuit says, it's out of our fucking way. There's lines for TP everywhere. It's packed up until the seafood section. And Biscuit says, no, we have to get a roll. I'll show these fucking parents something about good toilet paper in a time of dire need because of this disco fever outbreak. I'm sorry, I read that in Natalie Decker voice. I'm sorry if that threw you off. Person says, this is going to be fun. Cut to Chip Ganassi headquarters. J-Ski is interviewing Natalie and Jared. Oh, man. This is about to get good. This is about to get really good. All right, J-Ski to his phone recording device. What's up, motherfuckers? This is J-Ski with more silly season news. And today we have big news coming from Chip Ganassi Racing. After that race, this fucker Kyle Larson got a torn up contract shoved straight up his ass. CGR unloaded the renumbered 40 with the new driver, Natalie Stewart. Tell me how this decision went down. Well, Jay, I have to thank my sponsor, N29.5 Capital Partners Manufacturing and Homes LLC. Thanks to them and my boyfriend, I can take this ride to the fullest. After Spencer Boyd had his house blown up, they chose me to drive, and I can't wait to win in this baby. J-Ski, why the fuck did they hire you? Jared says, hey, buddy, I'm gonna have you step off, bitch. J-Ski ain't never stepped down, bitch. Jared, fuck you, motherfucker. Natalie, get the tables. Get the tables. Natalie gets a breakaway table and sets it up. Jared picks up J-Ski and they drill him through the table with 3T. Oh God.
You drew a table.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's amazing. Cut to Tristan and his parents at the dinner table with Tannerette and his parents, the guy 94 and the girl 94.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Tristan. Oh, my God. Tristan, this is fucking fantastic. The girl 94. Oh, thank you, dear. The guy 94. What the hell are you complimenting her for? She didn't make it. Our personal chef, Mr. Garcia Luna, did. Oh, this is fun. Biscuit, pointing at meal of 4. What the hell is this thing anyway? Tannerette says, it's my crony. It's my crony. Biscuit, what the fuck's that? Like a pasta variant? Tristan says, it's just macaroni, Dad. Biscuit says, macaroni. Tristan says, yeah. Biscuit says, what do you mean? Like, you hunt it? The guy 94 says, no, we caught this sucker in a lake out back. Biscuit says, how hard could it be to fish for this thing? Guy 94 says, it's as hard as keeping your job after you said a racial slur. Place our bets. How many Larson references?
15.
I'm going to say at least 12. All right.
Hey.
Tristan, did anybody see that new A-Rock race? The guy 94. A-Rock, that's a hell of a production. Tristan, yeah. Tannerette says, remember when they had that JD effing regular guy just wreck the field that day? Biscuit interrupts. Hey, what the fuck? Come on, I haven't seen it yet. Don't please spoil it. The guy 94 says, it doesn't have anything to do with the results, though. Biscuit says, still, I'd like to go in fresh.
Oh, this next picture.
Oh, God. Tristan, oh, mother of God. Biscuit to Tannerette's parents. May I use your fucking bathroom? All right. Cut to Carter taking a piggyback on the hose. All right.
Oh,
I just saw the next line. Yeehaw! Giddy up, Sam. Oh, no. Oh.
I don't know if that house is a hot potato.
No. Maybe it was, Cut to Biscuit's car. Kirsten's in the back seat, and Nabisco is riding shotgun, and Biscuit is driving. All right. Thank God that's fucking over. Nabisco says, the bitch 94 seems to hit the microni pretty hard. I didn't like that. Biscuit says, and they didn't have any monster on hand. Those thick fucks. Would it kill them to get some at the store? Kirsten says, the stores were out of monster when I went to them. big deal that they didn't have any monster. So what? Nabisco says, it is a big deal. You're supposed to serve cake after a meal. I'm sorry, it's impolite. Nabisco says, not impolite, it's fucking stupid. That's what it is. You gotta be a Nimrod to do something like that. Nabisco says, your friend's father is absolutely right. We're sitting there like idiots drinking coffee with a piece of cake. All right. Tristan notices something in the backseat. It's cylindrical in shape. He picks it up. What is this? The toilet paper? And now we got to Tannerette's parents' house. Look at that. That's beautiful. All right. The girl 94. Oh dear, I forgot to put out that roll of toilet paper they bought. Now they cut to Biscuit's car. And Bisco says, we forgot to bring it in. Biscuit says, no, I brought it in. They never put it in the holder. Now we cut back to Tannerette's parents' house. Girl 94 says, where the fuck is it? Tannerette says, I don't know. Where'd you put it? The girl 94 says, right over there. Tannerette says, well, it's fucking gone. Now we cut back to Biscuit's car. You stole the fucking toilet paper? It says, what do you mean stole? It's my toilet paper. They didn't put it on the toilet paper holder. Why should I leave it there? Kristen says, because we fucking bought it for them. Biscuit says, apparently it wasn't good enough for them to put on the holder. Cut to Tannerette's parents' house. Again, the girl 94, is it possible they took it back? Tannerette, who would bring a roll of TP and take it back? The guy 94 says, those people, that's who. I think that Biscuit's sick. He's a sick man, I'm telling you. Cut to Biscuit's car. Nabisco. People wait in Disney World long lines to get that toilet paper roll. Jared, maybe they forgot to put it out. Biscuit. Oh, they did forget to put it out. It's the work of a martyr, I'm telling you. Them martyrs are, I'm telling you. Cut to CGR headquarters with the unveiling of the new 40. A group of press reporters are in the room with Chip Ganassi on a podium and Jared and Natalie to the side. This is where things take a turning point. Oh, God. Chip to reporters. It is my great honor to have previously announced Natalie Stewart as the new heir to the renumbered 42 car. The 42 was associated with our former driver, so we really flipped the script and went with our other historic number, one which almost won a championship. It is with great pride Jared cuts him off. All right, old man, let's get this fucking scheme running. Jared pulls back the tarp on the car, revealing the new paint scheme. Oh, look at that.
Oh my god, it says that 29.5 Capital Partners Manufacturing and Hose LLC.
Jared says, who the fuck designed this piece of shit? I'm gonna go bust some heads. Alright, cut to the pizza man a day later.
God damn it.
Caleb. He sold back the fucking roll of toilet paper? Tristan nods. Why? Tristan says, he's off a fucking roller. I have no idea someone could be this senile. Caleb facepalms. So do the 94s now? I like how you call them the 94s. Tristan. I don't know. They're all very suspicious. I bet the 94s would call me fuck. Caleb. Why wouldn't they be suspicious? A toilet paper roll doesn't just disappear. Tristan. Now, because of that stupid roll, I have to meet them again. Caleb says, you have to replace that toilet paper roll. Tristan says, what do you mean replace it? Caleb says, tell you what, I'll go out, get another roll. Of course, it would have to be the same one from Target's. I'll deliver it to you, and you can put it somewhere somewhat hidden, and they'll say, oh, there it is. Tristan says, well, how the fuck am I supposed to get the fucking it in there? I can't just walk in with it. I have to get the 94s out of the house. Caleb's like, all right, don't panic. Let's just think about it. Get the 94s out of the apartment. The hose in. Tristan's like, what about it? Caleb says, Carter can take them around for a while. Tristan putting the puzzle pieces together. On the piggyback feature? You think they'd like that? Caleb says, are you kidding me? People love it. There's something about that beep boop. If virgins it's a married couple. Tristan. So they go off for a ride. By the time they come back, the toilet papers, they're on the holder. Caleb says, yeah, just take him out and ride him around for about half an hour. You can trust me. Carter enters the pizza man with the host. Here we are now. Carter, howdy. Tristan says, I need her. Carter says, what do you mean, partner? Tristan says, I need you to come by the 94's house and piggyback them across town. I say, $35 per hour. Tristan says, all right, sounds good, I don't care. Listen, while they're on the host sim, I also need you to get a roll of toilet paper from Target. Carter says, now it's $40 per hour. Cut to Brandon Allen's office. Here we are again. Caleb on the phone. Oh, yes, I'll tell him. All right, thank you. I just lost my spot. Here we are. Okay. All right, thank you. Hold on to Brandon. Mr. Allen? Brandon staring at poster. I'm in focus. Mr. Allen. Caleb. Mr. Allen, the board of directors is on the phone. They've called an emergency meeting. They want you to be there to discuss the merger. Brandon says, you said keep your eyes out of focus, which is misleading. You want deep focus. Caleb on the phone. Yes, hi. Okay, fine. Yeah, hold on just a second. Let me just...
Oh, you're kidding me.
Caleb reaches into his man's purse. Caleb to narrate.
Satchel.
It's a satchel! Anyway, Caleb reaches into his purse and takes up a code brown colored Sharpie. He pulls both hands out, completely covered in brown ink. And God is my witness, that Sharpie is broken in half. Caleb, yeah, he'll be there. Drops phone. Mr. Allen, you have to stop staring at that poster. Oh, it's Brandon, I'm focusing on the titty. Caleb walks into another room and he comes back with a bomb. He takes the poster, pits it next to the bomb, and then blam, he now grabs Brandon by the hand.
Oh, that picture.
Caleb, no, you can't focus. You just fucking can't focus. Mr. Allen, you have to meet with the board of directors and you have to leave now. Do you hear me? Do you fucking hear me? Brandon says, holy shit, that poster possessed me. When's the meeting? Caleb says, you have 20 fucking minutes. Brandon's like, oh. Brandon puts his finger to his face, smearing the code brown ink on his upper lip.
Yeah.
Oh. Brandon says, do I have time to change? Caleb says, fuck no, Prius. Brandon says, well, excuse me, I'd better get straight over there. Caleb says, Mr. Allen? Brandon says, yes. Caleb says, there's a... Caleb points at his own upper lip. Brandon sees code brown ink on a suit. Is this ink? Caleb lying. No, you've been focusing too long. Cut to inside Tannerette's parents' house. The 94s and Tannerette are getting ready for the little trip with the host sim, towing it across town. The host sim has not arrived yet. Tristan is anxious. The guy 94. Yeah, Tristan, I gotta tell you, this is a very nice gesture. We really appreciate it. Sorry for having to show the picture. All right. Tristan says, oh, well, your daughter is a hell of a girl, so it's the least I could do. So you think we should get downstairs? The girl 94. Oh, we got about 20 minutes. You seem a little nervous, Tristan. Anything wrong? Tristan says, everything's fucking fine. Just get a little nervous on the weekends, that's all. Could I use the bathroom? The guy 94 says, gladly. I don't think we have any toilet paper, but we still have a bathroom. Cut to Carter with the hose sim. A few blocks away, Carter is boiling up the hose sim with peace tea.
Oh my god.
Carter. Yeah, there you go. That's peace tea. Feeling at peace with the world now? I'm not sure what singing voice you're going for. It's just singing. Hose sim. Beep boop. Yes, daddy. Outside of Tannerette's parents' house, the 94s, Tannerette and Tristan are outside waiting. Oh god.
You mean they were on the outside waiting?
Shut the hell up.
Yeah, Zach.
Oh my god. I'm reading the chat real quick. Alright, let's continue. The guy 94 says, nice night for a ride, eh, Tristan? Tannerette says, You know, Tristan, my parents and I haven't done anything for a while. Tristan ignoring them, anxious. Yeah. The Hosim arrives at the house. Carter gets off and runs to Target. Yeehaw, cowboy. Hold on, I can't see my screen. Oh, there we go. Yeehaw, cowboy. Cut to Target. Carter is second in line for the fucking toilet paper. First in line is Kyler Scotty, an old woman.
Train roll off.
Cashier. Next. Kyler says, I like one roll of toilet paper. Caleb, stop reading ahead.
Yeah, Caleb with a foot.
Kyler says, I like one roll of toilet paper. Cashier says, you're lucky, it's our last one. Kyler walks out of Target's. Carter to cashier. Wait a second, that's your last toilet paper? Cashier says, that's right. I'm like, none left? None left? Cashier says, that's what I said, dickhead. Next. Carter walks outside Target and catches up to Kyler. The toilet paper rolls his train roll on.
Yeah, the last image shot also said it.
Okay, I'm sorry, Caleb. I thought you were reading ahead. I didn't notice.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Carr says, excuse me, I know this is going to sound crazy, but I have to have that toilet paper roll. It's a long story, but a person's whole future may depend on it. Carr says, well, I'm sorry, but you should have got here fucking earlier. Carr says, yes, well, be that as it may, if you could just find it in yourself to give it up. Kyler says, you're not getting this roll. Carter says, all right. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll give you double what you paid for it. Kyler says, get the fuck out of my way. And now we cut to the 94 family on the home sim. Hosim. Beep boop. Fellow masters, my name is Hosim, currently on my Natalie setting, and I'll be your robot for this evening. The guy 94. You know Alexa? The Hosim marches on and shoots laser beams at a car, blowing it straight the fuck up. In frustration about Alexa.
Oh my god.
Ali Akbar!
Cut to Carter with Kyler, so we're back here now. Carter says, all right. Look, I'll tell you what. I'll give you $9. Now be reasonable. You cannot turn down $9 for a $6 roll. Kyler says no. Carter says, give me that roll. Carter grabs a hold of the roll. Kyler says, stop it. Carter says, I want that roll, bitch. Kyler says, help, someone help. Carter says, shut up, you fucking Old Kitty loses hold onto the roll. Carter runs off with it. The crowd goes wild.
What a man.
Tyler. Stop, thief! Stop him! He's got my toilet paper roll. Oh, cut to the Hosim with the 94s on its back again. Alright. Hosim. Oh shit, I'm shorting out. The girl 94. What? Henry. She's sputtering. The guy 94 says, oh god. Oh, you see the next picture, Caleb? Hosim shaking. Hey, how's everything? You need anything? The girl 94 shaking. I'm getting sick. The guy 94 shaking. What's going on? Hosim shaking. Beep boop must have been the peace tea. I can't take this. Let me off. Hosim speeding up on control. Beep boop. I am at peace with the world.
Jared's gonna be pissed. Jared's gonna be pissed.
Everyone screams. The Hosim crashes because it's on the Natalie record setting.
Show the picture.
No, God. Cut to Tristan outside and Carter. Tristan is anxious still. Who's that going?
I don't know. I can hear it.
Okay, hopefully it's not too bad. All right. The broken Hosim is being carried by the 94 family. All right. Hosen. Beep, boop, fuck. Tristan. What the fuck happened? Why are you back so soon? Hosen. Beep, boop. Peace, man. The Girl 94. Thanks for nothing, John Lennon. Come on, Tristan. Let's go upstairs. Cut to a few minutes later. They are all upstairs. Tristan is in a different room than the 94s. Carter walks to the house with the TP roll. The Hosen is in the trash can outdoors. Tristan looking out the window. You got the toilet paper and you got the fucking trash. Carter, why are you in the trash? Hosen. Beep boop. Natalie likes peace. Tristan from out the second floor window. Carter, up here. Carter says, yeah. Hey, what do you want me to do with this roll? Tristan says, I can't come out. They're near the door. Throw it up. Carter says, I can't throw for my life. That is very true, by the way. Tristan says, well, get someone to throw it up here. The limousine pulls up. Out pops Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Tom Brady, let me fucking throw it, dickhead. Tom Brady forcefully takes the roll and throws it towards Tristan in the window. The roll breaks the window above Tristan. The 94s come rushing in the room. Oh. And in here, the 94s rush into the room. And now this can get really, really juicy. Tristan, walking past the 94s. I don't do well with mass hysteria. Cut to the N29 N30 merger meeting. Brandon Allen stands at the podium in the front of the room. The cold brown ink on his face has since dried. He's also been stressed out, so he pulls out some of his hairs from the front of his head. I'm gonna be straight with you. He looks like Dale Earnhardt.
God damn it.
Oh, God. All right. Brandon, somewhat southern accent. As part of this agreement with, I can't do a southern accent. As part of this agreement with N30, N29.5 will be rattling the cage of fellow capital partners, manufacturing and whole businesses. Although you can't let one bad moment spoil a bunch of good ones within this business. And our continued sponsorship of our current employee in NASCAR is Natalie Stewart. We emphasize the motto, you don't win some, you lose some, and you wreck some. We must raise hell and praise N29.5 Capital Partners Manufacturing and Hose.
The end.
That is
Yes.
good, JD. That was, I think that tops the last one. Very close to it. Holy crap, I got it. How would you guys rate that one?
No, 10 out of
That
10.
was the best one.
Yeah,
That
one
was
by
great.
Best episode.
That was good. I like that. I don't know. Episode 3 was pretty good too. They're close on my half.
Oh, God. That was hilarious. It was like never a dull moment. Why is it dull?
I'm allergic to
Oh.
pure epicness.
To mass hysteria.
I don't do so well with mass hysteria.
Oh, that's great.
If my rating was a bit under average, I would be a bit more loud if my parents weren't next door.
Carter's like mumbling every swear.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Then he was like, "Fucking
What's our next thing we go on to, Zach? Jared's thoughts?
Yeah. Jared's
All right,
thoughts.
all right.
This will be interesting."
Come here. Stop. Just a minute. Don't you think about it, Moonshine. Don't you even get any kind of guesses in your brain. If you see a cat jump
Oh,
right
my
up,
God.
it's Moonshine.
I can imagine that happening, then you immediately turn in the camera off like, oh no!
But anyway, it's time to go to Jared's thoughts. Jared's thoughts is a series of real facts, not opinions, by Jared Holmes himself. Today we are going to discuss why storylines are good for NASCAR and Misc leagues.
Jesus.
Why storylines are good for NASCAR and Misc leagues. So, storylines, as much as all the idiots on the Amino say, oh, don't shit. Screw you, Fireball. But anyways, storyline like Dale Earnhardt Sr. passing at Daytona, and then Dale Earnhardt Jr. coming back to win at the Pepsi 400. You can't write that. That's a great storyline. Kyle Busch breaking his leg, coming back from injury to win a championship. Awesome. Let's see. What's another good storyline in NASCAR?
Joey Logano getting the shit beat out of him.
Martinsville 2015. Gordon's final win. Amazing storytelling by all the drivers involved. Yeah, it might be a little bit what they call rigged, but there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Like, I don't want a bland, boring race that has no storylines whatsoever. Like any Pocono race. Sorry, Zach. And then now, onto the Misc leagues. So, Misc leagues are something that are supposed to be fun. And without storylines, there's nothing to talk about. It makes the commentary job harder because you can say, okay, here comes Seabass on vacancy. Seabass gets into him and Seabass will win the race. But then we got to fight on pit road. Seabass and Vacancy, punches thrown. What's going to happen next week between the two? Is Vacancy going to retaliate, or what's going to happen? What's your thoughts about storylines in NASCAR and Misc leagues? Caleb?
They're really good for the sport. In terms of NASCAR, I don't want to say it's necessarily a bad thing, but when you look at situations like, obviously, the Larson incident and then Newman's wreck, there are some storylines that kind of give us publicity for the wrong reasons, but overall, I'd say when you look at something positive, when you look at something like kind of a feud between drivers, or again, in the case of Dale Earnhardt Jr., basically avenging his father to win at Daytona, it's really awesome for a series. It brings a lot more meaning to watching something, not just simple, oh, he won the race, that's cool, And especially with the Misc leagues, that's what's made leagues such as the NASMs and the MLNCS so much more fun, is that you have these storylines and personalities and all this stuff happen, and it just adds so much more to what you're watching as a viewer.
All right, Carter, thoughts? Carter, thoughts?
I think he's doing something right now.
Raven, thoughts on that?
I love storylines. I'm gonna kind of go off Caleb's that some are good, some are bad, but they do bring a lot of like emotion, and you can kind of like emphasize more on a storyline compared to what you were talking about, like how it'd be super boring and bland with your example. But MLNCS does a great job with that. NASM does a great job with that. God. Maybe Fireball series here and there, but we'll definitely see more, like especially for the MLNCS coming up to the playoffs. That'll be a big factor is the storylines. But I personally like them. It's good to include them. It kind of gives it more energy compared to it being super boring.
Yeah. Zach?
Kind of a little bit of what everyone just said really is what I think about it. The MLNC, that's part of the reason why I wanted to do a World of NR 2003, was because when you have other series, and especially when you officially announce, okay, everything that happens in this series is canon to this other series, it adds a whole new world of possibilities. Let's say JD and Dontavius wreck each other in the truck series, and then you go to say Circuit of the Americas, and Dontavius takes out JD. On it, if the MLNCS existed in a vacuum, that would just be like, oh, okay, just that guy wrecked that other guy, BFD. But that other league adds the context of, oh, these guys already don't like each other. So yeah, I love storylines. But I feel like I've been trying to do a better job of including them. I know I did the one with I know I did a few from practice. Like I think the you can't let Sammy get out front one was one of them, and which played in because she was up front at the end of the race. But yeah.
All right. I think it's time for questions, ain't it, Zach?
Yes. So we will.
Can I say one thing about the questions?
Yeah.
We will not be answering anything about Kyle Larson and his incident.
Yeah.
All right, Zach, go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. We really don't have a topic for this week.
No, just nothing about Larson. He fucked up, and there ain't much we can say about it. It's not been said.
Any questions for your A-Rock champion?
Nope.
Nope.
None.
Undeserving.
Stop looking so smug. Take off the glasses and the hat.
I got a
Take
question.
off.
I got a question. I got a question while we wait here for other questions. What was your favorite A-Rock moment, Caleb?
Ooh, favorite A-Rock moment.
Well,
Okay, if we let's take the bias out of it for a second. My favorite moment besides me winning the championship, which is my favorite moment, besides that is honestly, Jared, you winning your first Misc League race. I was cheering for you so much in that race. I already knew I was out of it. I'm like, come on, Jared, let's go. Come on, win it. Just finally get it done, god damn it. And then you actually did it, and I was so happy. So that's probably right there and very close second. Like that was honestly pretty cool. It felt so close. I've said this a few times already. Felt really close to Chase Elliott getting his first win at Watkins Glen. Same track, same type of battle throughout the race, same type of reaction. Just awesome.
Raven, what's your favorite moment?
Well, other than me being the points leader for one race off of consistency, your win is it's gonna be your win for every one of them, but it was a pretty good moment. It took you long enough too. I mean, through three different. That's your third. No, yeah, three different series in the A-Rock.
Yeah.
Over a year.
Zach,
You have no idea how excited I was. Carter told me that you won the race like a week before we actually commentated. You have no idea how excited I was. I was like trying to practice calls, like, oh my god, Jared's gonna win. Jared's gonna win. I gotta get it right. My call of that was pretty underwhelming, but that is definitely my favorite moment. I mean, I didn't have any good memories of myself in the series. I choked.
my favorite moment is obvious, but I'm gonna take the same approach Caleb did, and not the bias out. Gavin Grant coming from like fourth to win the race at Chicagoland. Amazing
That
finish
was
there.
Brandon Allen's race. Damn it.
That was mine! That was mine! What are you talking about?
That was an amazing. That'd be my win if I didn't get took out, but amazing.
Oh, shut up.
Finish there. We got any questions yet, Zach?
Yes, we have. Okay, so the first one was with Pika Player. What's up, Pika?
Ooh.
He wanted to know our thoughts on Landon Cassill. Just like say a
Caleb?
word or two about him.
Let's see, Landon Cassill. He's alright, I guess. You know, pretty nice guy. Probably deserves better. Deserved a few more opportunities. Yeah, I don't really know what else I can say.
Raven.
Jared? Or
Oh, me.
yeah, you, Jared.
Landon Cassill, I don't really pay much attention to like the back markers, but he seems like he's a pretty good iRacer, which really don't translate to on-track success. but we've never seen Landon Cassill in a good ride. I was pretty sure he was a Hendrick development driver there for a little bit, and I don't really know what happened there, but ain't much to say about Landon Cassill. He's just there for me.
Raven?
Hold on a second.
Zach, do you want to go ahead and go? Raven might have to go.
Yeah.
Something.
Landon Cassill. I think he could be a very good driver if he ever were to get. I think he's definitely an all-star caliber driver. I think he could probably get a win or two. I think he's more talented than the StarCom ride makes him look. But I mean, he hasn't ever been up front. We really don't know how good he actually is. All right, Raven, go.
Other than his big accident at Indianapolis, 2 years ago, 1 year ago, I haven't really thought about him that much. He's there. He drove for BK in front row, but he's had pretty bad rides. Even at front row, it wasn't that good. I mean, I'm thinking if he runs the Xfinity series too, but I don't think he's that great in there because his ride isn't that good. But maybe if you give him speed, he might be able to do something, show his talent in some sort of way, and get a good ride in Cup, maybe get some wins. But I don't see him as championship caliber. He can definitely outperform his equipment at some tracks, but not every track.
Carter, thoughts on Landon Cassill?
I caught what Zach said. I had to go do something from that one. I'm sorry about that. But Landon Cassill, one notable moment that stood out to me, other than some of the restrictor plate success he had in the 40 car, I think it was 2014 Fall Talladega. Who remembers 2016 Spring Bristol?
I don't.
Was that?
I only remember that from At the Benedetto.
Yeah.
Earlier in that race, do you remember when Landon Cassill led like 10 or 15 laps under green, holding off Carl Edwards?
What?
Wait, what?
Hold on a second. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it because I think this is really cool.
I think you're full of shit. I don't remember anything like this.
No, hold on. Let's see if I can find it. 2016 Spring Full Bristol. It's worth a watch. So I'm gonna pull it up. Let's see.
There's an incident with Landon Cassill and Todd Dillon. Oh, he's in 38.
I want 2 unskippable ads. Are you serious?
Yes.
I don't see any.
A 6-second ad that I can skip? What's the point? Well, I'm finding it, guys. We'll get it soon.
Incident.
I don't think Landon Cassill led 10 laps.
I don't know if you're on something right now, but I don't think that's true.
Okay, I'm gonna get the screen share thing up real quick here in a moment. Okay, hold on. It was when he was in the front row, Motorsports 38, by the way.
Yes, sir.
I'm surprised you guys don't remember this. I remember this very well. I was rooting for him so much.
Wow, that's a first. Rooting for your back.
Hopefully my video works soon.
Are you talking about? Was this in 16 or 17?
16.
Because I found him leading laps at Bristol in 17.
It's 16. Okay, I'm gonna screen share here. Who's ready?
Everyone.
No, buddy.
Share screen. Oh, you're ready. You know it.
I'm ready to see some.
This is worth it. This is worth it.
This is why front row is the best team in NASCAR. Quote me on that.
All right,
really are.
Here we go.
They really are.
Halfway, I think, through the Food City 500 in 2016. Tony Stewart inside, Landon Cassill outside in the 38. Here we go.
Come on,
Jared,
Tony.
want to commentate with me?
Come on, Tony. Come on, Tony.
Green flag. Cassill gets the jump.
Come on, Tony. Get him on the inside.
Landon Cassill on the high side takes the lead at the Food City 500.
It's Ty Dillon.
Sorry.
Come on, Tony. Come on,
right.
Tony. You got to get him on the inside. Come on,
It's
Tony.
Ty
Go,
Dillon.
Tony.
Danica Patrick is up there. What the hell is going on?
Come on,
Landon
Tanner.
Cassill. Look at this boy, 26 years old from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 7th year in the Sprint Cup, and he's leading here at Bristol.
Cole Edwards about to try to make a move on Tony Starr.
Edwards on second.
Oh,
All right, now look at how long it's going to take for Edwards to finally get around the 38. Like, I was impressed with how long he held him off. So this is lap 276 in the race. I'm pretty sure
Come on,
Landon's on
Tony.
old tires.
Come on, Tony. Oh, hey, it's Ty Dillon. Fuck you, Ty Dillon.
Oh my God.
Did you just now realize that?
Just now.
Oh my god.
Come on, Matt. Come on,
All right.
Matty K.
They're looking at the back people for some reason, but here's Carl on the 38. Let's see what Cassill can do with them. He's all over the back of the 38, Jared.
Come on, Edwards. Make a move. Make a move. Come on, come to the inside, Edwards. You
To
got
the
him.
inside.
Oh, you
Will
got him.
Cassill hold him off? Castle's got the run on the high side.
I
This is
do not remember that.
This is good memories, guys. Landon Castle's still on the high side. I think he's going to do it for another 4 or 5 laps, too. Carl Edwards in the wake of the 38. There is no wake, though, since it's Bristol. But anyway, lap 280. He's led
Alright,
like
hold on,
6
hold
laps.
Carter, imagine this was. What if this was like lap 490 out of 500?
Oh
Imagine
my
if you
God.
won. Imagine
Just
if you won the
imagine.
race and he held
Just
off
imagine.
freaking Edwards.
Come on, Carl. Don't let this fucking backmarker beat you, Carl.
Oh, he's getting to the bumper. Oh, he can't get
Bumper to
there.
the back of the 40.
He's going to try to make a move now, I think. Let's see it. Oh, Landon got a bit loose. Here comes the 19. I think he's going to have to let him go here. Let's see. No, he's still fighting. Oh, my God.
High side.
No.
no.
He's still
Oh.
there. Landon is still there in the 38 car. He's going to go after it a bit more, I think. Whoa, here he comes.
Oh,
Landon Castle side by side with the 19.
Landon Cassill. Nope, he's got to let him by now.
Damn it.
Oh,
It was fun.
Oh, rip.
It was
That's
so much
unfortunate.
fun.
and that's the end of Landon Castle.
Forever.
But I think I think he has talent. If he could do that at Bristol, I think he's talented. I think if you were to be put in a good ride, I think he'd be really good.
Zach, next question, sir.
All right. Caleb, you already know who asked this
Yeah?
one.
It's your boyfriend. I mean, girlfriend.
Shut up, Raven.
If you remember, there was 830 pictures last night. How many do you think there are now?
2090.
I wouldn't be shocked if there were 1,000. I'm gonna say about maybe 900, over 900 at this point.
Nice.
Whoa.
This is also from Pika Player. Do you think that different drivers from different disciplines of racing will start competing in iRacing against NASCAR stars, or vice versa, like Dale Jr. did in iRacing's Michigan Indy event? And do you think this will translate into drivers from different disciplines coming into NASCAR when it resumes?
Oh, this is a good question.
Caleb.
That is a really good question. I mean, at this point, I think it's a bit too early to tell. I mean, it's iRacing. It's not like the real thing, but I mean, with some of these drivers, I know Kyle Busch competed in an Indy event a few days ago, and Dale Jr. obviously did. Didn't Dale Jr. finish like 3rd or something?
Yeah, he had a
Well, that
pretty
race
good
was
run
a
to the
crap
finish
year.
village. 'Cause
Yeah,
everyone
yeah,
else pitted
still.
too early.
I mean, it's not out of the question. We could definitely see it. We've seen it a lot of the times before. But at this point, I don't know if I could base it off of people racing on a simulator. But I mean, I guess definitely could see it.
Is it my turn, Zach? Because I'm
Carter.
eager to get my.
Sorry.
Wait, Jared, do you have to go somewhere, or?
No, I'm just eager to get mine out.
All right, so Carter goes first.
Sorry about getting so dark in my room. The sun went down. But anyway, I think it's definitely possible. And I see there's been some drivers from the IndyCar series that have made starts in NASCAR lately. Mainly the examples I'm thinking of right now is James Davison, as well as Connor Daly made a start a couple years back. I think it'd be really cool to see And as for that translating, let's see. Do you think that'll translate into drivers from different disciplines going to NASCAR? I think it could. I'd like to see like Joseph Newgarden or Alexander Rossi give it a shot. I think that'd be cool. I like both of them. I think to see them give it a shot in the NASCAR iRacing, that'd be cool. And to see them like possibly make an Xfinity start as well, I would love to see that. It just adds more of the diversity, switching around between different disciplines, like you said, and all that. I think that'd be really good for the sport.
Now, Jared.
I think since all this talent is going to cross platforms on iRacing, I think now's the perfect time to bring back iRock. Honestly,
Son of a gun.
it's pretty much the last time iRock was in 2006.
2006.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, 06.
Didn't
Now
Tony
there's
Stewart
just
win
so
that?
much. There's so much talent. Bring like some IndyCar drivers, maybe some Formula One, NASCAR. Put them all in the iRock cars and let them race. I think that's how you do it. That's how you cross platform with NASCAR and IndyCar drivers as well as other drivers. How do you feel? How do you feel about that, Raven?
I had the exact same idea as you. I even started going. I was thinking, other than put them in iRock cars, that'd be like the most fair because all the same. But you could it wouldn't be 4 races; it'd be 8. But it'd be like it would be more spread out. But they would do the first half of the season in Indy cars, and the NASCAR drivers would learn how to drive the Indy cars.
Ooh.
And it might be a level playing field, but they'd probably put the IndyCar guys in the back, like start them off in the back row because they have more experience. And then for the next 4 races, you put everybody in NASCARs or Cup cars, and like you can do 4 IndyCar circuits with the IndyCars and NASCAR and IndyCar drivers. Like you take like maybe top 8 IndyCar and top 8 NASCAR, like the standings, and they all compete. And then you then do the same thing for the NASCAR portion, which is 4 races at like the top 4 favorite tracks. Probably they could probably do like a short track, intermediate road course, and super speedway if they felt like it, get to every type of track. And then the NASCAR drivers would start in the back this time, no matter what the points system is or points deal is, and they'd race it, and most points at the end wins. So that'd be pretty cool. I don't think we'll see that, but just idea that popped up. I guess smart minds think alike, Jared.
Yeah.
Definitely iRock. That would be fun. I'd also would love to see some IndyCar drivers do the double header, the Indy 500 and the Coke 600. I'd like to see some IndyCar drivers try to do the double and come to NASCAR. Like I think I've heard that Will Power I think was interested in doing the double header, doing double duty. Is the first name that comes to mind. I think Newgarden might be interested too. I'm not sure. I think mostly like the Team Penske guys are the ones that are the most interested.
I think Stewart did that once.
Yeah,
he ran the IndyCar race, and then he ran the Coke 600.
Yeah, a lot of guys have done that. Kurt Busch, the most recent one.
Yeah, Kurt Busch did it.
Yeah, 2014. Kyle Busch wants to do it, I know.
Yeah, he just can't.
It's a lot of sitting down and
clear it, I
driving.
think,
That's
is the
thing.
problem.
I won't be surprised to see Johnson do it.
Yeah, definitely gonna. I think Johnson wants to avoid the Indy 500 just because of how fast they go right there. But I could definitely see I could definitely see Kyle Busch and maybe possibly Joey Logano. I'm not sure. I'm not so sure about that one.
Oh, hell no.
Keselowski would.
Keselowski would definitely want to do it. Keselowski would.
Yeah, because Brad has a pair.
And then obviously IndyCar guys coming over to the 600, like Will Power, like Newgarden, maybe Rossi. I don't think Rossi's too interested though.
Rush is the goat.
Yeah, Rossi, I think is my not Newgarden's my favorite IndyCar driver, but Rossi's second.
Rossi's my favorite. Any more questions, Zach?
Yes, we've got Blode asking, do you guys think NASCAR is going to give playoff points to drivers who win in iRaces, and will they have their own minor championship?
No.
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 I think the Pro Invitational, I think, is its own like isolated championship thingy or something like that. But it
Yeah,
not
me too.
not like you're going to get anything out of it other than like bragging rights.
Yeah.
Like,
But I don't get
Timmy
no
Hill.
real playoff points. No.
Imagine seeing Timmy Hill in the playoffs. he's ineligible. No, he's ineligible. He's ineligible. Crap.
Bro, Byron getting bonus points for 2 wins.
That'd be his first ever cup. Those would be his first ever cup wins too. If they count those as like actual wins.
I got sort of a negative comment that's not that good, but it's not really negative, just something we don't want to happen. Do you think if like the world don't get back to normal in the next few months, years, whatever, do you think this could be the new normal? Yeah.
No.
It's like going down a little bit, and people should be staying inside, and people aren't. People know that, but they're just not staying inside and going outside. Like I went on a run 2 weeks ago at my rail trail, which is like 10 minutes away, and parking was full. The trail was packed with people. There was no 6 feet boundaries when passing people. There was like nothing. You're at least a foot, 2 feet away from people. Like old people are out there, babies, like mothers, everybody's out there just nonchalantly like, whatever, this isn't gonna affect me because I'm in good health, or if I don't go close to people, it won't affect me. It travels in the air. People should know this by now. I only know this because my mom's a nurse, and she's kind of like into this stuff. She kind of has to be, but she's not on like the floor because she can't move over there, which kind of stinks. She'd want to be up there, but like I've had to kind of like keep my distance just in case she's sick. She's like at high risk because she's a nurse. All like usually this is kind of like a family thing, but like whenever whenever you go to your like grandparents' house or cousins you haven't seen in a while, you give them a hug. You guys do that, or is that just me?
Yeah. I think everyone gives their grandparents hugs.
Okay, so you can't do that anymore because of this. Everyone has to keep their distance. Like you can't really make contact. You can't you can call your friends like a FaceTime, kind of like where they hang out. But I don't think this will last forever. There's definitely a cure. People have survived it, so they could take the antibodies in their system, kind of help use that to make I'm probably not like spouting BS right now, but they could use that to help make a cure, like learn more about it. It definitely won't go away. Like after the what's it called? After the cure comes out, it definitely won't go away entirely. We'll still have that, kind of like Ebola. Ebola is still a thing. No one's immune to it, even though we have cures and stuff like that. Third world countries don't get that type of luxury, especially in Africa. Like people are definitely still affected by that. But look at the bright side. I mean, most people here are healthy. Everyone should be taking safe precautions, washing hands, staying inside. Just because you're inside and you're not outside doesn't mean you can't like go outside and sit on your deck and like keep your space, keep your distance. Like you have a basketball hoop, soccer net, baseball, not a baseball bat, but like a ball or something, and you have a wall. Put the ball off the wall. Do something outside. Be exercise. Don't just sit inside and eat junk food and play video games, watch NASCAR races. I mean, it's not bad. It's fun, but it'll hurt you in the long run because we don't know how long we're going to be in here. We could be in here for 3 months, 5 months, a year, maybe a year and a half if it's that bad. and all you're doing is sitting down and eating junk, you're gonna come out way, way worse than you came in. You kind of gotta like get outside, work out, like stay, like go to your, if you have like a workout room, use that to your advantage. You have all the time in the world if you don't work. Like millions of people are out of their jobs right now, and they have free time. A lot of people are just sitting inside. They could be working out because they have time, reading a book, doing something non-electronic. Because I know that a lot of us are on electronics a lot of the time because we have nothing else to do, and that's just kind of the norm. Is watching YouTube, playing video games, like having fun online. But there's more than just that. I need to get better at this too. I can definitely, I don't know, get better at math, get better at English, get better at Spanish. Even though it's my vacation, I can still do that if I want to. I can read a book, I can clean my room. It's a mess, but I can clean it because I have nothing else to do. You gotta think of something active to do in your house. Like get out of your comfort zone in your house. You should be doing that anyways, but like do something you haven't done in a while. Find something fun that you haven't done in a while because it's like you don't do it anymore. Like I don't know, build Legos. I know none of us are too old. I still play with my Legos sometimes. Screw it, it's something to do. Like find something you find enjoyable. It's off electronics and do it because being like the more you use it, the more you're gonna get like used to it. And then once you get back to school, you're like, dang it, I can't go on my iPad or I can't go on my phone all the time. You're just gonna kind of be like addicted. So
I don't have to worry about it though.
I mean, yeah, not for you, but like Jared, you're not in school. I know that Carter is, Zach is. Zach's in college. Carter's in college. It's gonna affect them a lot because they have like 5 times the work that we do. Caleb, you in online school yet?
Over here, what they're doing is the work that we're getting isn't they're kind of struggling because they can't require any of the work they give us because like for some reason over 60% of people in the district don't have any access to it.
Oh.
So right now it's kind of just like contingency work. Like they're using it so that we can like improve our grades for the quarter or something, but right now they're using our 3rd quarter grade as our semester grade. So I've kind of been doing some extra stuff to help improve anything.
Okay, so if anybody's in Caleb's situation, definitely, even if it's not like due, I suggest doing it.
Just do it, yeah.
Because it'll help you in the long run. And if the kids who won't do it won't be as good as you. So like if you have a possible final, like if you go back to school and you have a final, you'll be ready because you've been doing the work, not just slack. Like it's not due. I don't have to do it. Whatever. Like the nonchalant, I don't really care. I'm not in school. I don't have to do it mentality. I got lucky. I'm in a private school, and I don't think a lot of you guys, like people might be. A lot of people in like a lot of private schools have kind of been, like really good with this. Like I've been in school for 3 weeks now. The workload's a lot. 3rd quarter end, I had pretty good grades, surprisingly. I'm pretty happy about that. But it's good that we're not just like it's something to do. I know it's not fun, like going on a FaceTime with your teacher and doing work while you're supposed to be relaxing. It's like you don't want to do that. It's like you don't want to be. No one wants to be in school. I mean, school can be fun. You have friends. You have clubs. You have sports activities. People to talk to. You're not just in your room by yourself, bored out of your mind with your own thoughts and doing nothing else. But I don't know, just do something. That's a good advice from me is do something that you don't like. Get up, get moving. I don't know, play a board game by yourself. Screw it. I mean, this is kind of sad, but I've played board games by myself for hours. If I have nothing else to do on a summer day, even though I should be outside, I've literally sat downstairs at my table, and I've played Risk for 4 hours straight. Didn't finish the game, but I still did it because it's something to do. Like you use your brain. Something. If you're not religious, but I'm kind of religious. God gave you your brain for a reason. He didn't give it to you just to sit on your phone, sit in your iPad, and scroll through TikTok or Tinder, or Instagram or Facebook. He gave it to you to use it for something else. Fold your clothes. You have arms and legs. Not everyone has those. Do something with it. Play a board game by yourself. Think. Use your head for something. Critical thinking. Like, play a strategy game for God's sake. You gotta like try to keep up with your normal routine. It's even though not all of us have jobs, I don't think, because if anything, it'd be part time, and we're not mandatory or we're not needed that much.
Full-time job is just closed at the moment.
What's your job?
I work at Hubbard Steel in Pritchard. It's a steel.
I know a lot of the nurses, a lot of the nurses, trashmen, janitors, store clerks are still out there. They should get recognized for that. I know that, like my mom's been thinking about that. Like, how will they get repaid for, like being out there at risk while everyone else is inside not doing anything? Because, fun fact, people on, what's it called? People on unemployment are getting paid more than their actual wage because of the bonus. It's a huge bonus. But I don't know, do something. I've been talking 15 minutes. I'm sorry, guys. I just use your head. Use body parts. That sound weird. Use your arms, use your legs, use your fingers.
That was a great choice of words.
I meant to use your hand. Nope. There's nothing
God
good.
damn it, Raven! You were doing so good.
I was. Use your mind for things.
Thinking dirty like we are right now.
Raven for
teenagers.
president 2020. Use your
Oh, you know what you
finger.
could do? I got an idea. All right. Let's say there's all right, you know what we could do? We could play Uno on FaceTime. You gotta kind of trust the person though, because wait, that wouldn't work. Just kidding. You got Ludo. Wait, no, it's a video game.
Screw Ludo. Actually.
Damn it. I don't know. I mean, you could definitely. I mean, geez, I'm guessing a lot of us have been kind of lazy over the past few weeks, and I gotta. Want to see a mountain of clothes? I got a mountain.
Can we
of clothes.
acknowledge Jared's screen right now?
Cat? Yeah, see, pet your dogs.
That's not
like
a dog.
cats.
Hey, look, I have dogs. Don't make faces like that. I don't know. Clean. Do something. Like, be creative inside. Paint. Create a NASCAR diecast. Draw something.
Make a stop motion race.
Win an A-Rock championship.
Yeah.
Be an undeserving A-Rock champ.
Yeah. I'm kidding.
Asshole.
Look at. You know what you could do? Excuse me. If you're actually that bored.
Not do that.
Not
I'll do that
that.
all the time. Manners go out. No, I think everybody should just throw away manners for a little bit. Excuse you, no. I mean, oh, you know, no, you shouldn't spend money if you don't have a job.
Write cheesy fanfics.
What?
That's something you could do.
What did you just say?
Nothing.
All right.
If you know, you know.
I don't know. I didn't freaking hear it. But if you have a pet's definitely a good, like, stress reliever.
Here's my pet.
Yeah, is it a stress reliever? If you have any stress.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it works. It's
He's just laying here.
Yeah, they keep you company if no one else does. Definitely don't go deep into your thoughts. I mean, that sounds kind of not good, but don't, like, keep the positives over the negatives.
What do you
Especially if you have someone who's sick with COVID-19, definitely, like, it's not the end of the world. It's definitely heartbreaking and bad, but try to keep, like, look up. Don't always look down if something bad happens to you. The more, like, if I get in a bad mentality, I kind of keep there for a while, like, loathe on it. So if you have somebody with COVID, definitely, like, talk to them more than you usually do. Spend time with them on, like, a FaceTime or a video call. Like, see how, like, check in with them, see how they're doing. like kind of keep him company if nobody else is, because he'll definitely enjoy your company. Like my family's been doing like Zoom calls like every like once a week just to like check in, see each other's faces for like half an hour to an hour. It's just something to do. So I don't know. You guys have any thoughts? I've been talking for a while now. Sorry.
Don't die.
Okay.
There's nothing you can add to that, Raven.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, you've said
Sorry.
everything.
I forgot what the question was.
I don't even know.
I think the question was about iRacing.
Hold on.
It was
No. It was about how long this would go on for, right? I'm good.
Jared brought up something that was like, saw something negative like this.
Will this become the new norm?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's-
what it was.
all
Okay, I'm
right.
gonna read these comments
me-
right now.
Let me. I just want to. Don't
Hold
worry,
on,
my
hold
monologue
on,
isn't
hold on,
nearly
Zach.
as long as Raven's. Okay, so look, there have been pandemics before in world history.
100
A
years
lot
ago.
A lot of them, like
Not
polio, the Spanish flu. You can name the Black Death. You can name a lot of.
9/11.
No.
Oh my God! That
just got
thrown
thrown into the podcast. Hell yeah!
All joking aside, it was a pandemic.
But I mean, in every single instance, one of those wiped out a quarter, like almost like a third of the population of the entire planet. And
You're a third of the population.
I weigh as much as a third of the population.
Oh, that's
But-
me.
But
Especially after eating 6 pork loins with stuffed cheese and jalapeno.
but the point.
Yeah, you fat ass. I'm kidding.
I
But
just
the
thought of an
point
idea.
is, we've gotten
Zach, keep
through
it down.
we've gotten through stuff like this before. We'll get through this. We got through a pandemic many magnitudes worse than this one, with next to no scientific knowledge, next to nothing. We are resilient people. We will get through this. Life will return to normal, preferably before the end of 2020. But
Hopefully.
probably not. Probably more
Knock
like
on wood. I don't have any wood.
I would think.
I have wood.
I would think more like I would think more like around the spring of 2021 is when things will really start to get normal again.
I mean, it could even be in like fall. Because if someone finds a cure, I think that
We're not gonna find
I
it.
don't know if this will happen or
No,
not.
but
Well,
the,
here's
no,
the
but
thing.
it's not going to be by fall of 2020 because the vaccine tests that they're running right now, they're 14-month trials.
Oh,
So
Here's the thing. Whenever this,
so it's like a and they've just started. So it's going to be like a year and a half almost
God.
before we
I-
actually
yeah.
have a vaccine
I'm
for
gonna be
this.
so pissed.
No, we're gonna
and you know,
we're gonna know enough by the beginning of next year to at least be able to go outside and do for the most part normal things while also exhibiting specific parameters or guidelines that are targeted at the specific way COVID-19 spreads.
I'm gonna cry, Zach. If I can't go to school my senior year, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna
Dude,
cry,
I've
Zach.
already had one of my summer cruises canceled. The other one is in jeopardy, and I might not even go back to school in the fall.
I've had
Be
SATs
awful.
canceled. I had a mission trip to New Jersey canceled. I had a retreat canceled. All like the dance, I wouldn't go to dances, but like all those were canceled. Graduation canceled. Like sports canceled. Everything is canceled. Life is
I had my goddamn trip to Ohio. If you know, canceled.
Dude,
I
Caleb,
don't remember.
Caleb,
asking,
everyone
but-
knows about you and Kylie by now.
I know. I just had to throw it in. I had to.
If you know,
One
you
thing
know
I
means
wanna
something else
add-
now.
One thing I want to add. Oh, okay. One thing I want to add to Zach is the technology. Like what he said, we've come so far scientifically since the we had our last major pandemic, which was a lot worse, as well as previous ones. We have all the knowledge and a lot more of that, and all this computer technology, all the scientific technology. It's insane what we have to work with now. And our country is going to get through it. It's going to be a hurdle, but we will get through it.
One thing we gotta do though is if one country finds a cure, it would be nice if they didn't like pull a capitalistic move and be like, okay, you have to pay me millions of dollars to get the cure for just a few people. Because I think if it's a pandemic, then I suggest you like go out on a limb and help everybody as possible, even if like a president or a dictator insulted your government. Like give it a break. It's just them. Like just shrug it off and be nice.
That's it. We don't give. Never mind. Let's not go there.
There's no point to like bar people from getting a cure to save people's lives. It's not like it's.
I hope the person that ate bat.
The person that ate bats,
is
I don't
happy.
know what happened to him.
I hope
they
they're
were Chinese.
I hope the person that ate bat is the first person that got it.
Probably, but it got spread because it was more than just one bat. But like even if it happened in China, it doesn't like it's not. How are they supposed to know that there would be a virus?
We're gonna close. You want a 10:30 thing?
Yeah, 10:30.
Questions are gonna close at 10:30.
Yeah,
Okay,
get your questions in.
And stop talking. So you can talk, but like, if you stumble onto, well, actually that's bad. We don't eat bats here because it's different culture, different society. But like, you can't really tell if there's a virus, something wrong with your food. Even if it's a live food, you can't really tell if there's something wrong with it, like a disease, because it's cell and the cell's too small. We can't see cells. We have skin cells and we can't really see them. We have blood cells. We can't see them. All we see is the blood. We can't see like atoms and cells, stuff like that. Our eyes aren't that advanced. But you can't blame them because they're trying to get creative. They eat animals that we don't eat over here.
What?
They kind of like see it as a commodity. So give them a break. I mean, it's different culture, different society. They have a lot of cool things over there that we don't.
Giving them damn commies a.
No, you can't give China a break. Like they're like you can't. It's not. There's like I don't want to get too far, but if there's a aspect of a culture that creates a dangerous situation for someone else, like people are dying because in China it's culturally acceptable to eat bats.
They've probably stopped that by now because they know what's going on.
If there's some aspect like that in a culture, you have to shit on it until it goes away. I'm sorry.
Political podcast.
They're probably going to be smart enough to not eat bats anymore. But I'm saying, like, if we find a cure first, help them. They have they have the biggest population.
America, we don't
have the densest.
Guys, let's not get too far into this.
If we don't help anybody else, who are our allies going to be? We're going to lose allies. If there's worst case scenario, if there's a war, if we don't have any allies, we're screwed. We have nobody to back us up. We have nobody to help us. It doesn't matter how strong our military is. They can outsmart us. I can give you an example right now. Oh God, I forget his name. Military commander with a smaller army. Sue something? I don't even know. He completely outsmarted the Chinese army back in like the 1400s, something like that. He used certain tactics his arm was like 5 times smaller than the Chinese army that they were fighting against, and he outsmarted that army, took out a lot of its troops, and then got to the leader and took him out. Like, it's not all about military force because it can be used in the wrong way. Because there are definitely corrupt people in the government, but it's like if it's the U.S. versus the world. Let's say you ban nukes, we're surrounded by Canada, Mexico, and we have, like, anybody can reach us in a matter of hours because of planes and ships. And if there's no winning if it's one versus all. There's hundreds of countries out there that all have their strengths and weaknesses. If it's 100 to 1, it's a pretty slim chance of winning, even though we have a very strong and powerful army that is very smart. Be very smartly managed and like in its strategy and everything like that. There's no point to fight over that, but
Questions are closed, guys.
if it's like I don't even know how to explain it. It's complicated, but like if you find a cure, just humans are supposed to help each other. That's how I think. Everyone should help each other no matter what. Different color, different race. It's not fun seeing someone else. Like, even if you don't know them, it's not fun seeing a funeral procession happen outside of church. It's not fun seeing other people be sad. Even if you hate the person, you feel bad for them. Like, if someone bullied you in middle school and, like, their mom or dad passes away, how would you feel that happened to you? Put yourself in their shoes. Even if they bullied you.
You live another day. Someone that's never died dies every day.
Yeah. Like,
I don't let stuff like that affect me, really. Like,
it
death
still
don't
kind of
affect
seems
me.
sad. Like, you notice their, like, despair and sorrow. You kind of feel bad for them. Like, you should. I wouldn't feel
Spencer
happy
Boyd.
if-
Okay, if Spencer Boyd. If we got in the Amino and I heard Spencer Boyd passed away, I wouldn't feel fucking sad. I mean, I wouldn't feel happy, but I wouldn't care. It don't affect me. As long as it don't affect me, I could care less what happens.
Yeah, but, like, if you're passing by it, like, you kind of feel bad for the people.
Yeah, a
You
little
gotta
bit.
have a
I
little bit
suppose.
of emotion to feel bad for them. Like, if it's to them, it's everything. Like, they just lost a huge part of their life. It's gone forever. All they have is memories. That's not going to bring them back.
Zach, did we get any new questions? We need to get back on NASCAR topic.
Oh yeah, I was about to say we gotta go back on track.
Right.
Well, that's what's happened
Blood
with
said he
NASCAR.
haven't answered his first question. What's your first question, Blood?
That was Bloat's question. We were way off from Bloat's original question. It was like NASCAR giving bonus points for iRacing, which I think we all said was a hard no.
Oh, he asked one at 10:06. He said, "Raven, who's the Fire Initial D character?" Oh God.
Oh, here we go. They're off topicness again.
Oh
We're talking
no!
about anime, yeah.
Just like,
Damn.
I got a question for the chat. And also a question for the people. Do you think, well, it's called NASCAR Amino Podcast, but do you think one day we should do a full off-topic podcast while the NASCAR season's out?
Like a BS stream of sorts?
Special,
Yeah, like a
only,
BS
like a
stream.
one-time-a-year thing.
Yeah, well, we just talk about whatever. Wrestling, football, whatever questions you have, favorite movies, whatever.
that'd be
I think
fun. I'd be down.
we could do it on your channel, Zach, instead of the NASCAR Amino channel.
Anything within the realm of people aren't going to get pissed off, like we won't talk about like politics or anything like that.
Yeah.
Go Trump 2020, but that's beside the point.
That just got thrown into the
Jerry.
podcast.
That just got thrown into the podcast, and now we're being stereotyped.
NASCAR network either, but whatever Zach wants, it'd be cool to have it on his channel too.
Yeah. Or we can just ruin Caleb's channel. He doesn't have anything on it.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything
Oh,
with
could
it
do
anyway.
that.
So guys, I went to the music party with my brother today, guys.
Oh my god, don't even remind me of that video.
Wait, where's the video?
My brother
Let's put
told
it
me to
up.
do that.
Let's put it up.
Okay, that video. My brother, that's actually my brother Fabian. He's a bit more mature than that now, but he wanted me to do a stupid voice as intro, so I'm like, you know what? Fine, I'll do it. So I used an early rendition of my stupid idiot bastard voice.
Hey guys, it's Caleb Marinelli. And it's about 6 o'clock in the morning right
It's
now.
about 6 o'clock in the morning.
And I'm.
Hey, I just wanted to point out.
High school.
Actually, wait, I probably shouldn't point it out. All I'm gonna say is the guy that I mentioned in the video is the Larson fan 8842. Let's just say he's no longer the Larson fan 8842.
So I just want you guys wish me good luck.
He's
to those
just-
that are in high school already. And
I heard 88. I
do the
am
same
pleased.
thing over there for Lars.
He's the Custer fan 8841 now.
Hey, Caleb, who was recording
Yes.
that video? Like, who's the cameraman?
His mom.
Oh, that was my cousin Braden. He was here for a little bit. He was actually in the last Pepsi Cup
Braden
Series
Hill?
race.
Braden?
Braden?
No,
Braden?
no, I have a cousin named Braden who lives in Kentucky now.
Oh, that's the big get.
I do have one thing to say before we're probably about to part ways here with you. Next Sunday at 8:30 Eastern, we will have a most popular driver ranking that was voted on by you. If you've not voted on it yet and you're in here, I'll send it to you after this podcast is over.
Spencer
Not
Boyd's
sure.
favorite driver.
Not sure if it's going to be top 25, top 30. We got to get all the logistics lined out, and we'll announce something Tuesday or Wednesday.
How many responses did we get again?
Like 100 plus. I think it was 101 last time I checked.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, dang.
That's awesome.
So we have a nice little long episode next week.
Make sure to post a poll. Will you be at the NASCAR Amino podcast for the unveiling of the NASCAR Amino?
If we don't get 20 people for that, y'all are gay.
At least 15. I think at least 15 would be good.
Show up to the podcast, you bastards.
No, you. Alexa, define bastard.
We're gonna be we'll be more professional next week. We promise.
Oh, yeah, the last
sure.
2 weeks
What did I
we've
miss?
gone off.
What did I miss today?
We just talked about 2003 races in Jonesfeld.
Jonesfeld was pretty good. We had nothing else to do, but that's kind of brings the comedy.
Is Caleb Marinelli the real deal?
No, he's a fake. He's a phony.
Great, I'm gonna be hated for winning now.
Oh, yeah, I know how it feels.
Why Caleb Marinelli should be celebrated.
Oh God, blood. I don't even
And
know
then
the
2 months,
characters anymore.
2 months later, he loses all his sponsors for something he said in our race.
Speaking of that, okay, anybody here play Daytona USA, an arcade game?
I've heard of it, but I am not able to actually play it.
I think I might have.
Do you have a PS3 or an Xbox 360?
Yeah.
All right.
I do not.
If you have one of those, go onto the store and just search up Daytona USA, and the games maybe like, oh God, I forget how much I bought it for. I think it's like $5, and you get the full game. You get all 3 tracks. You get 2 cars. It's like the original game. You get like challenges, and if you go to the second track and you just hook a Yui quickly, you can drive into this tunnel, and there's a sign in the tunnel that says, "Good job, you've lost all your sponsors because you turned around and left the track." So, yeah,
What was that? Do you think we should be signing off here soon? We've rambled on.
Yeah, we're just.
This is supposed to be a short podcast. How long has this been going on?
It's over. It's over an hour.
2 hours. Over 2 hours.
2 hours.
This is good.
Almost 3 hours.
This is gonna be a good spot to terminate this mofo. Thank you to everyone for showing up. We're gonna see you all later. Peace out.
This is your A-Rock champion. See you next time.
Shut up.
Shut it.